UK drivers face being priced off the road by proposals that are expected to force new cars have an electric-only range of 50 miles by 2040, Toyota's UK Managing Director, Tony Walker, told MPs from the Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy Select Committee that mandating a 50-mile electric-only range for all cars is not wise, it is reckless. Best electric cars on sale. 2018 A leaked government consultation called Road to Zero proposes that all new cars sold from 2040 must be capable of traveling for 50 miles on battery power alone. Plug-in hybrids, PHEVs, are likely to be able to achieve such a range by that date. Their EV ranges typically run to 30 miles at present, but self-charging hybrids such as the standard Toyota Prius are unlikely to be able to meet the reported 50-mile target. Walker explained, the self-charging hybrid vehicles that we make, like the standard Prius and CHR hybrid, are not able to achieve 50 miles continuous in electric, zero-emission mode. You would need the technology used in a plug-in hybrid, which is a more expensive battery. That would be a big challenge for affordability. He added such a policy would price the ordinary customer out of the market. The costs associated with electric and plug-in hybrid battery tech were also called into question by Walker, who asked the committee, "Are you saying, somehow you know that battery costs will come down? How come you know that and don't?" UK government says there's still a role for diesel. Diesel cars will, after all, be recommended to at least some car buyers in a forthcoming government report that's expected to outline how vehicles powered by pure combustion engines will be outlawed from 2040. Road to Zero rules are expected to prohibit the sale of new cars from 2040 that are incapable of traveling for 50 miles or more on battery power alone, potentially outlawing conventional hybrids such as the Toyota Prius, as well as regular petrol and diesel cars. However, the Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy, Greg Clark, has now suggested that the Road to Zero report will include an acknowledgement that, for the time being at least, diesel power still makes sense for some buyers. His advice is in stark contrast to that of Transport Secretary Chris Grayling, who said last year that motorists should think twice before buying another diesel car. Speaking at the FT Future of the Car Summit, Clark said, "I think it's important to say that new generation diesel engines can make big contribution to reducing our emissions. I would expect the contribution of the higher standards of efficiency and emissions performance of diesel engines to continue to drive improvements in air quality and our greenhouse gas performance. It would be the wrong decision for people to think that holding on to an existing diesel vehicle rather than upgrading to a much more environmentally friendly new one is a good step for the planet. We will, throughout our report, stress that there's a place for diesel vehicles and there will be for some time to come," Clark added. If you're driving a diesel-powered car long distances, then that's a very different impact than in the city. So we need to make sure people make the right choices for the environment and for their own use. What we'll set out in the report we're going to publish is how different choices may be right for different people in different circumstances. Clark's comments are likely to ramp up pressure on the government to bring forward the release of its report, snapshots of which have been widely leaked. While current plug-in hybrids, PHEVs, such as the Audi A3 e-tron can only travel around 30 miles on a single charge, it is likely PHEV standards will have improved enough to meet the 50-mile target by 2040. Alternatively fueled vehicles, or AFVs, essentially hybrids, electric vehicles, EVs, and hydrogen cars, currently only make up 5.6% of new car sales, but numbers are rising rapidly. Last month they increased in popularity by almost 50%. Government officials have yet to confirm the new 50-mile rule, but the Financial Times reports that 3 people involved in the decision have confirmed this detail. The government's transport, environment and business departments are all said to be involved in developing the 2040 policy. A spokesperson for the Department for Transport said, "It is categorically untrue that government is planning to ban the sale of hybrid cars in the UK by 2040. We do not comment on leaked draft documents." The Road to Zero strategy is yet to be finalized and has not been agreed by ministers. Commenting on the news, Mike Hawes, chief executive of the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, SMM,